Hello, my name is Heather Leppard and I am the music teacher at Girls Academic Leadership Academy in Los Angeles, California. I love the daily teaching I do in my classroom, and I love the genuine and meaningful interactions I have with my students. But the reality is that teaching is just one part of what we do as music educators. In fact, so much of what we do to be successful music teachers has very little to do with the day-to-day teaching. And while that is certainly the most important and definitely the most rewarding part of my job, I've learned that my program and my students can't reach their full potential if I'm not being an effective communicator, entrepreneur, organizer, and event planner. So my teaching tip for today has nothing to do with pedagogy and isn't particularly glamorous or exciting. Instead, I want to talk to you about setting up systems to keep you, the music teacher, organized and on track without losing your mind. I have learned over my 14 years of teaching to work smarter, not harder, and I've set up a number of systems to help me with some of those large, overwhelming tasks that are expected of all music teachers. Because we all know that we have way too much to do and not nearly enough time or energy to do it all. If you think about it, putting on a concert is very much like planning a large event for a charity or corporation. There are so many moving pieces to think about, from facilities and fundraising requests, to getting parent volunteers, to advertising effectively, to fundraising, and even to graphic design. We are expected to do it all and to do it well. And quite frankly, the more organized you are leading up to the concert, the more tasks you are able to delegate to make your life easier and less stressful. One of the most important things I have done is to put systems in place that streamline the process of planning and executing a great school concert. I have created a concert planning checklist that spreads out all of the various tasks that go into putting on a successful concert starting well in advance. For every concert, I'll create a copy of this checklist and begin working on it. I also create a Google folder for each concert where I have scanned in all of my stage and sound system layouts so that I can reuse them from year to year. I also use this folder to gather the program information from the other performing arts teachers so that when I'm ready to work on the program, all that information is in one place. This makes my life so much easier. If you look at my checklist, you will see that I typically begin concert preparations very early. About 8 weeks prior to the concert, I will submit the facility use and fundraising paperwork to my district and bookkeeper, because I know that typically takes a long time to be approved. Then I'll start creating my posters and social media images. I'll send out newsletters to my families. I set up a sign-up genius to get volunteers and concession donations. I look for donations for raffle items. And there's so much more. I even start putting my program and script for my student MCs together several weeks before the concert, which means way less stress for me on concert day. Creating this checklist and putting all these systems in one place takes a good bit of time and thought initially, but once you have it in place, it will be a lifesaver. It means that when I have parent volunteers, I can tell them exactly what I need, where I need them to be, and when I need them to be there. It means that I don't forget something critical and panic or scramble at the last minute. It means that concerts run smoothly because I can delegate a lot of the work and concentrate on the most important thing, making music with my students. My parents and administrators have told me how much they appreciate this attention to detail and the clear communication that results from it. An important part of this process is taking time for reflection after the concert is over. I'll usually give myself a day or two to recuperate before I take a look at my checklist template and see what needs to be added or changed, or in rare cases, even taken away. I also take the time to debrief with my administrators and the parent volunteers who lead our Arts Guild committee and help me put on the concerts. This means that I am constantly iterating and improving what we do, and that with each concert, my job gets easier. I've shared my concert checklist template for free. Just see the link in the comments below. And no matter where you teach or what you're doing, consider places where you can put systems in place like this. Consider places like checklists that you can make. Anything to make your life easier is going to make you a better and more effective teacher in the classroom. Thank you.